You lack leadership. Kenneth Okonkwo part ways with Peter Obi, reflecting on his initial optimism following the 2023 presidential elections. Kenneth Okonkwo said many Nigerians, including himself, had high hopes for Peter Obi. A spokesperson for Labour Party (LP) presidential campaign organization, Kenneth Okonkwo has criticized the party's presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential election, Mr. Peter Obi, on his approach to party matters. Okonkwo, who joined the Labour Party in 2022, accused Obi of failing to resolve the internal crisis rocking the party. According to the movie maker turned politician, Obi did not do enough to build the party and solve the party's leadership crisis. Every member of the Labour Party is confused today as to the future of the Labour Party because of lack of leadership from Peter Obi over the party. And unfortunately, when they look up to me to tell them about PO's standpoint, I sincerely have nothing to tell them because I don't know myself, he said in a letter posted on Twitter. I cannot continue to speak on behalf of a leader that do not know his stand on issues of great importance. I simply don't know how to manipulate facts. I am shocked that PO could not openly support the noble efforts of the Labour Union, who founded the Labour Party as a base to fight for the welfare of workers, to the extent that some of them are openly saying that Peter Obi is now the problem of Labour Party. The Labour unions now have the unfortunate situation where they are fighting criminals who want to hijack their party, when an ordinary statement from Peter Obi would have brought the situation. I cannot continue with this ambivalency forever. That was Kenneth Okonkwo, aka Andy. That was the statement he dropped before he left Mr. Peter Obi and the Labour Party. Remember that he is a spokesperson of Mr. Peter Obi in the 2023 presidential election. Now let me give you the full details. Political Journey to a Great Nigeria by Kenneth Okonkwo. To my countrymen with love, I write to update you on my political journey so far as follows. 1. I am committed irreversibly to a great Nigeria built on equity, justice and fairness, where every citizen will be free and able to aspire to any position or level in life without regard to primordial sentiments built around ethnicity, religion, sex or circumstances of birth. 2. It is obvious that the APC or PDP, as presently constituted, do not have what it takes to lead us to a great Nigeria. Indeed, their combined leadership is trying to cripple Nigeria, as this blessed country is now down economically, politically, and in every other index, leaving the people with no other option than to protest for their survival. They can see no hope for the future. 3. Unfortunately, by our constitution, we need a solid political party with solid grassroots base to be able to wrestle power from these kakistocrats and kleptocrats. We, therefore, need a decisive leader who will be able to build such a party of integrity and character from the grassroots, because eventually majority of the people that will populate a government will eventually proceed from the political party of a leader. A party is like a political tree that produces the fruit of the leadership cadre in government. A corrupt tree will never bear good fruits, no matter the integrity and good intentions of the leader. Nigeria problems today comes from lack of internal democracy in the parties, which become a breeding ground for the production of incompetent and corrupt leaders in government. 4. We also need a decisive leader who will be selfless enough in boldness and bravery to secure our victory when the people vote for such leader, because these corrupt and incompetent leaders are not willing to conduct free and fair elections and will always grab, snatch power from any weak and indecisive leader and run away with it. Our judiciary has not proved to be equal to the task in preventing the emergence of electoral bandits who steal electoral victory at gunpoint in the public grey of everyone. 5. I am earnestly searching for such a leader who has the integrity and also the commensurate charisma and bravery to mobilize the people to sustain the victory in the event that Nigeria votes for such a person. The time for calm down is over. 6. Recall how we suffered and risked all to liberate Nigeria from the shackles of these kakistocrats and kleptocrats in 2023, only for the victory to be stolen. It is obvious that the judiciary will not give us democracy because of abuse of the judicial process. The people must take their destiny in their hands. They must be willing to vote the right person as the president and must be willing to fight to ensure that the person is sworn in as president. However, the person must be willing to be in the forefront of such endeavor. The suffering Nigerians are going through now from the people they didn't vote for, but who snatched power, cannot be allowed to continue. These people will remain in power come 2027 unless a decisive leader emerges to stop them with the votes of the people. 7. What is happening in Labour Party today has inspired in me a determination to chart a new course for my political journey. After the 2023 general election, Nigerians, including me, had high hopes on Labour Party. I believed that Peter Obi will seize the momentum and build a solid party. I believed that Peter Obi will seize the momentum and build a solid party of integrity that will have the solid base that we need to overthrow these kakistocrats and kleptocrats. He just needed to give the right directives and everyone will fall in line. 8. I received my first shock when he publicly declared that he didn't promise Nigerians to build a strong Labour Party, but to solve Nigeria problems. I was like, does it mean that His Excellency Peter Obi is not aware that without a solid party base, we are heading to nowhere politically? However, I continued in his defense, believing he will still privately bring the needed solution to LP problems to no avail. 9. Peter Obi also publicly demanded that the Abure-led National Working Committee must organize an all-inclusive convention that will guarantee the participation of all members of Labour Party in the choice of their leaders. This didn't happen, and surprisingly, PO refused to disassociate himself from the shenanigans and criminal activities of the former NWC as their time has expired. Every member of Labour Party is confused today as to the future of Labour Party because of lack of leadership from PO over the party, and unfortunately, when they looked up to me to tell them about PO's standpoint, I sincerely have nothing to tell them because I don't know myself. I cannot continue to speak on behalf of a leader that do not know his stand on issues of great importance. I simply don't know how to manipulate facts. 10. I am shocked that PO could not openly support the noble efforts of the labor unions who founded the Labour Party as a base to fight for the welfare of workers, to the event that some of them are openly saying that PO is now the problem of LP. The labor unions now have the unfortunate situation where they are fighting criminals who want to hijack their party, when an ordinary statement from PO would have brought the solution. I cannot continue with this ambivalency forever. 11. I am, of course, in full support of the labor unions and other stakeholders who are now compelled to fight for the soul of LP without the support of P2B. 12. However, the consequences is that I no longer have the confidence that P2B has what it takes to build a party that can win these kakistocrats and crestocrats, and above all, he has proved that even if the people vote for him, he does not have what it takes to secure the mandate. I don't intend to embark on a such campaign as we did in 2023, projecting a person who cannot sustain victory even if he wins. 13. It's in this regard that I have decided to continue my political journey into the great Nigeria of our vision without P2B. I am always 100% loyal to a leader whenever I am. That statement was from Kenneth Okonkwo. I hope you guys remembered him. He is the spokesperson of P2B in the 2023 presidential election. All of a sudden, he is leaving. In fact, he left Mr. P2B yesterday, and he gave his 13 reasons why he left Mr. P2B. You guys heard the 13 reasons. What do you have to say? Recall that Mr. P2B once told us that
I'm not desperate to be president. Not am I desperate to be anything. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work, especially for the youths of this country. It's not about, I keep saying, it's not about winning or losing. I would rather lose doing the right thing than win doing the wrong thing. My politics have been consistent in character and integrity throughout the time I started. And you can go and check.